Hi, 4th and 5th graders. Mr. Noggle here for week 3 of online PE. We made it this far. Don't forget, if you haven't yet, turn in PE survey week 2 so we can get this bear a name. As he says, for this week we have a new website for the warm-up, so try it out. That's what I want you to do for the first day of PE. For the first 10 minutes is try out this new website, see what you think of it. I'm going to have you try it out for day 2 as well. And then I want your comments back on if you liked it, if you didn't like it, you like it better than the other one we use, let me know. And we may trade on and off with the other website every now and then. We'll see. So try it out, see what you think, do that for 10 minutes. And then we're going to work on catching a ball. Remember the last week we went over catching with thumbs up, thumbs down, and then catching it kind of in the middle. This is the part of the class where if you're struggling with some of those concepts, go back to PE week 2, watch the video again, and then go ahead and do the activity. I'm not going to show you each week everything that you need to do. I've already done that, so it shouldn't be too hard for you to go back and find PE week 2 and go to the part of the video that you need to go to remember how to catch with when you're supposed to catch with your thumbs down, with your thumbs up, and what happens when it comes toward the middle of your body. So that's the review for day 1. For the rest of the day, I'm going to now show you how I want you to practice dribbling a basketball. So 4th and 5th graders, for dribbling a basketball, I've gone over with you since you were in kindergarten probably that the way we start with dribbling a basketball is with the finger pads, the parts of the fingers that we type on a keyboard. We dribble a ball waist height. We don't let it come all the way up to our shoulders. We only let it come to our waist. And then we need to have our head up while we're dribbling. We shouldn't be watching it. We should have our head up and looking while we're dribbling. And then lastly, that we need to protect the ball. We're not just going to let this arm just kind of do whatever it wants. We've got it out here, so that way if somebody tries to steal the ball from us, they run into our arm before they run into the ball. So that's just review for you. I know that almost all of you can walk and dribble at the same time while you are talking with a friend, and you can do that with your head up. Almost all of you can do that. So we're going to stretch your limits a little bit, and if you've ever watched any type of high school, college, or basketball game, you know that people that play basketball can do some little special dribbles. They can do a between the legs. Let me try that again. They can do it between the legs. They can do it behind the back, something of that nature. So I want you to try those out. See if you can stand in one spot, and with your basketball, just dribble between the legs. See if you can get your basketball to stay with you while you do that. If you don't like dribbling between your legs, see if you can go, whoops. Obviously, the floor in here has some interesting bounces to it. By the way, I might remind you, this might be a better thing to do outside. It's dark outside right now, and Mr. Noggle is scared of the dark. That's why he's in here with a lot of light. So, while we're dribbling, you can go behind the back if you don't like dribbling between the legs. So, try that out standing. And then if you get comfortable with one of them, maybe you like dribbling behind the back, maybe you like So after you're done with the basketball dribbling, that would end day 1. Here's what you're going to do for day 2. First, you're going to go to that new warm-up website that I have for you to try. And after you use it this day, start giving me some comments either on the Google Classroom or on Class Dojo, some way, so I know what you think of it. After you do a 10-minute warm-up, then I want you to review 5 minutes each of grapevine and sliding. If you still need some help with that, please refer back to PE Week 1 videos and PE Week 2 videos, where I describe that more in depth. For the last thing this week, and I'm really bummed that I don't get to see you guys do this skill, we're going to work on forward rolls just for today. And I know some of you are excited to work on some backward rolls and maybe some handstands and some round-offs, and I love watching those every year. It really stinks for me that I don't get to see you guys do some of these skills. But for today, we're just going to work on the forward rolls and make sure we do them correctly. I would like you and a family member, probably your parents or an older sibling who's going to be watching you do this, watch the video together. The gentleman on it does a really good job of explaining, even better than me sometimes, so make sure you really watch that video. And then a couple of safety things for you. Number 1, make sure you are doing this in an area that is away from objects. So you don't want to be doing this in a crowded living room, the kitchen, anywhere like that. More likely a backyard is a safer place with grass on it. If you do have a big living space with nothing in the area, this would be okay to do inside, but just make sure you have a big area with no objects that you can run into. Secondly, as our PE assistant tells us, make sure that you tuck your chin to your chest. The last thing we want to have happen is that your forehead goes straight into the ground when you do one of these forward rolls. Watch the video. It does a really good job of showing you exactly how you should do it. And just remember, wide open spaces and tuck your chin to your chest so that way the top of your head and your forehead do not contact the ground. Alright? So when you're finished with this, that will conclude your activities for PE Week 3.